Ray-kun, how about these flowers today?
They're lovely. Orange ranunculus, right? I think my mother will be pleased.
You seem to think Aoi likes you, but don't get the wrong idea. She's just being polite to a customer.
Everyone's voices, they all reached us loud and clear. Thanks for the best night ever. This is me during high school, Rei Sasane. Back then, I dedicated everything to rock music. I believed that to succeed in this path, I didn't need to study or go to college. In fact, I thought cutting off any escape routes was the way to go. I practiced until I was completely worn out, often returning home after midnight.
Ray, do you even know what time it is? You can still do music while studying and attending college, right? Did you eat dinner?
I ate out. I have an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. Good night. I don't even remember my father's face. He passed away shortly after I was born. My mother, Kaori, raised me on her own. I'm grateful to her, but by this time, our conversations had nearly ceased. However... Again? Here, new chopsticks. Mom, what's been going on with you lately?
I'm sorry.
Right after I started my second year of high school, my mother's health began to change. She started dropping things frequently and often stumbled over her words. At first, I thought it was just coincidence, but she fell at home more than once or twice. Thinking something was definitely wrong, we went to an orthopedic clinic in town. There, we were told,
it's less likely to be an issue with bones or joints, and more likely a problem with the nerves that control muscle movement. I recommend seeing a neurologist who can conduct more detailed tests.
A neurologist?
Yes, it's not certain, but these could be early symptoms of a motor neuron disease.
we were referred to a neurologist and underwent tests like MRI and electromyography. About a month after the initial consultation, all the test results were in. After seating my mother and me, the doctor spoke after a brief silence.
The MRI and blood tests didn't show any major abnormalities. However, the electromyographies revealed abnormalities in the nerves that control muscle movement. The motor neurons are weakening. Considering all these results, the most likely diagnosis is ALS.
My mother's face turned completely pale, and I collapsed on the spot. ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. I had seen a movie about a British doctor who had this disease, so I knew how terrifying it was.
ALS is a progressive disease that gradually weakens the muscles. As the body becomes immobile, normal life becomes difficult, and the average life expectancy is about 3 to 5 years. Unfortunately, modern medicine can only slow its progression.
The doctor's words barely registered with me. My life changed completely after my mother's illness was diagnosed. Seeing her weaken day by day was truly painful, but looking back, that was the turning point that changed my perspective. I'm sorry, I've decided to go to college after all. I want to reassure Mom, who always said I should at least graduate from college.
That's great! We've always been worried about you. Besides, we've been balancing both school and music just fine. By the way, all of us except you are top of our class. Look!
What? A perfect score on the English test? Whoa, you guys are serious. When did this happen? About a year and a half later, I was accepted into the economics department of St. Paul Academy University in Tokyo. Mom, I did it. I got into college.
Well done. Congratulations, Ray.
By this time, my mother had already lost most of her mobility and was living in the hospital. Her voice was barely audible. Yeah, I've made you sad so many times before, but I won't give up on my dreams or studies anymore.
I'm just so lucky to hear that. Rei-kun, how about these flowers today?
They're lovely. Orange ranunculus, right? I think my mother will be pleased.
I'm glad you think so. A solitary hospital room can be quite lonely.
Now, in my second year of college, I continue to balance band activities and studies while regularly visiting my mother. This florist is Aoi Nishimiya, a 21-year-old third-year student at a renowned university in Tokyo. Since my mother was hospitalized, I've been choosing flowers from Dorothy's Garden, the shop run by Aoi's mother. My mother can hardly speak these days. But whenever she sees the flowers Aoi-san selects, her face always looks so peaceful.
I'm glad to hear that. But I believe more than anything it's your feelings that reach her, Rei-kun.
Do you think so? Oh, right. Here's a little something. She wanted to try this pudding before, didn't she?
Oh, you remembered. Thank you, Rei-kun.
Yes, I tried to, and it's really delicious. Well then, I'm off. The following Sunday, when I went to buy flowers for another hospital visit, I encountered an unfamiliar, intellectual-looking male clerk.
Rei-kun, this is our new staff member, Hikaru Shido. Since you're around the same age, I hope you get along.
I see. I'm Rei Sasane. Nice to meet you. Oh, so you're... I'm Hikaru Shido. By the way, which university do you attend? He seems really arrogant, and the first thing he asks is about my university? I'm in the economics department at St. Paul Academy University. Ah, St. Paul, huh? Huh. I was curious about the academic background of the guy Aoi-san favors. Isn't that the Christian school with a mid to low academic ranking? Are you planning to become a clergyman or something? After saying that, Shido-san gave me a thorough once-over and laughed again. By the way, I attend Keimei University. You've heard of it, right? Well, I suppose everyone in Japan has. I really can't stand this guy.
Hikaru-kun, that's a rude way to speak. Enough of that. Could you please go clean the front of the shop? I'm sorry. He seemed studious and had a good academic background, so my mother hired him.
It's okay. I've been used to being looked down on since I was a kid. As long as my bandmates and Aoi-san understand me, that's all that matters.
I'm sure your mother is proud of who you are now, Rei-kun. Here you go. I've removed any flowers from the Asteraceae family. When you first came here as a second-year high school student, you seemed like such a delinquent.
Please don't bring that up again. But I always feel reassured when you check the flowers for me, Aoi-san. Aoi-san, I finished cleaning outside. By the way, would you like to go to? I've heard one of Grimshaw's most famous paintings will be at this expedition. Let me explain for your sake, Hosone. He's even considered a forerunner of Impressionism. One of his most famous works is The Fighting Temeraire. That's not Grimshaw, that's Turner, isn't it?
Right. Grimshaw painted symbolic works like cityscapes lit by moonlight and scenes with fairies.
Nah, I guess even you know that much, Hosone. Heart runs deep. You do well to study it more. Shido wiped his forehead and left, looking thoroughly embarrassed. He probably really didn't know.
Are you actually pretty knowledgeable about art, Rei?
Not really, but one of my favorite British band members liked him. I actually do like Grimshaw, though.
Then maybe, next time, we should go see the exhibition together. I doubt Shido will be inviting me again after that.
When I stepped outside with the bouquet, Shido was standing there with a sour expression. You seem to think Aoi likes you, but don't get the wrong idea. She's just being polite to a customer. I have no idea why you're so hostile. It's simple. Someone like you, a band guy with no future, isn't a match for someone as attractive as Aoi. If that's what you think, you could at least act more confident. Anyway, I'm heading to the hospital now. You little... acting all cocky for a low-level college boy? Well, whatever. I did hear something interesting at least.
Hikaru, again? Didn't my mom already warn you last time? Are you sure it's okay? For me to come along, I mean.
Of course, my mom will be happy. And my uncle's been pestering me to introduce you anyway. A few days later, Aoi and I were on our way to visit my mom at the hospital together. She's formal at work, but casually talks like this when it's just us. This side of Aoi, kind of like a big sister, but also closer somehow. I really like that. Not that someone like me could ever reach someone like her, though.
I'm Oi Nishimiya. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for always using our flowers at my mother's shop.
Ah, so you're her. I'm Hiroto Kanzan, Rei's uncle. Nice to meet you. I really appreciate what you've done. My sister always lights up when she sees the flowers you picked. And ever since Rei met you, he's been growing so much, as a person and as a man.
Really? That makes me happy to hear.
Hey, uncle, what are you saying? Aoi, don't encourage him. He's my mom's older brother by 1 year. After we lost my dad, he helped us out so much. To me, he's like a second father, someone I truly owe everything to. Uncle, how's mom today?
She seems to be doing okay. Let's head in. She'll be glad you came, Aoi.
When we entered the hospital room, Mom slowly turned her gaze toward us from the bed. Her fingers had gotten so thin, and she could barely move. Now she needs a ventilator and oxygen just to survive. Hey Mom, it's been a week. Aoi Nishimiya came with me today. She's the one who always picks out the flowers for you.
I'm Oi Nishimiya. Rei always helps me out. I brought you some Misyanthus flowers today.
When Aoi took out the bouquet of pink and white Lysanthus, my mom's eyes suddenly opened wide.
Oh,
Aoi took a glass vase from under the sink and untied the ribbon on the bouquet. A gentle fragrance filled the room as she carefully placed each stem into the vase.
she says they're beautiful. Thank you, Rei, Aoi. That takes me back, Kaori.
Uncle? After the visit, Uncle brought us to a nearby cafe. Uncle, could it be that Mom has some special memory with Lysanthus?
Yeah, I guess I should tell you two. Especially you, Rei. This has to do with her father.
Huh? With my dad? My dad died in an accident right after I was born. I barely know anything about him. According to my uncle, my father, Seiji Hosone, was loved by many thanks to his good looks and bright personality. But there were issues too. Here, this one's for you. A red tulip suits a cheerful girl like Mizuki. And white marguerites mean trust. I'm giving these to Saki. He loved flowers, a hopeless romantic, a modern-day poet. That's how Uncle described him. But his habit of giving flowers to all the girls in class every day made some guys, and even a few girls, hate him, and he got isolated.
Seiji's such a weirdo. He's got that girly face and hobbies, always giving flowers to girls. What a player.
Those sneaky little comments are seriously gross.
What the hell, Conway?
Conway.
Sure, Seiji's a romantic and a total airhead with flowers on the brain, but he's not as petty as you jerks.
Conway, I'm flattered, but also kinda confused here.
The one who stood up for him was Conway Cowrie, my mom. From then on, the three of them, Mom, Uncle, and Dad, became inseparable. That never changed, even when they got into high school.
Cowrie, I brought a flower that's just right for you today. Here, pink and white lysanthus. Pink lysanthus means graceful person, and white?
Yeah, thanks. If you keep this up, our house is gonna turn into a flower shop. Sorry, I've got stuff to do.
Pink is graceful, and white was eternal love, right? I wish she'd take it seriously for once. What do I have to do to make Cowrie believe I mean it? Help me, Hiroto! Oh, shut up. I'll stop by your flower shop again after work. I'll try to leave you two alone or whatever. Hiroto, I knew I could count on you. All the other guys hate me, man. That's your own fault. And for the record, I'm your senior, okay? Jeez, you two are so obviously in love and still manage to be a pain. Seiji's family owned a flower shop. Once he hit high school, he started helping out there. And after closing time, Cowrie and I would show up. The three of us would hang out late into the night. Seiji's family was pretty hands-off. We were basically a bunch of punks back then. Guess I can't say much about your high school days either, Ray.
Lysanthus. It was the flower Dad gave Mom, huh?
Yeah, being the florist's son, he gave her different flowers depending on the season. Their house was full of blooms year-round. But out of all of them, the pink lysanthus was Seiji's way of expressing who Cowrie was to him. The white one, that was his love. Even after they finally got together at college and had you, everything was just getting started. That idiot. Seeing you two together, brought together by flowers, reminds me of them.
Hanzan, is there anything Ray and I can do for Cal? As someone who's gotten to be a part of her life, I really hope her remaining time is filled with happiness.
Owie.
Just that feeling alone means a lot. Our family's truly grateful to you. But let's see.
Wow, the flowers today are gorgeous again. Thanks, Owie.
Thank you, too. By the way, how's the progress going?
A few days later, I stopped by to pick up flowers for a hospital visit, and used the chance to go over the plan I'd mentioned earlier with Owie. The ending part still doesn't quite feel right. I'll talk it over with my uncle again next time. How about your side?
Yes, we don't carry some of the flowers, but I think I can find some good substitutes.
Are those two getting even closer again? Excuse me, Owie. Would you like to have dinner with me tonight? It's a French place my father's friend owns.
Oh, sorry. I already have plans tonight.
Well then, how about Saturday? I just got a ticket to a Hungarian opera.
Sorry. My horoscope said not to see any operas this week.
What kind of horoscope is that? The next week, when I went to pick up flowers, Owie wasn't at the shop. Hikaru was behind the counter. Howie isn't available right now. What a shame for you, huh? That's fine. Can I just get the bouquet Owie prepared? Hikaru carelessly plops the bouquet on the register. Well then, I hope your mother recovers soon. Thanks. I take a deep breath and head into the hospital room, bringing the bouquet to my mom's side.
Mom can hardly move her neck anymore, but when she sees me, her eyelids twitch slightly. Hey Mom, I'm here. Aoi picked out more beautiful flowers today. The orange zinnias are especially pretty, right?
So pretty. Aoi-chan is so kind.
Yeah, she's really amazing. I'll put them in the vase now. As I turned to grab the vase, I noticed something off about Mom's expression. Her eyes look more red than usual, and her breathing through the oxygen is strained. She looks at me like she's begging for help. Mom, what's wrong? Hang on, I'll call the doctor. Her eyes are pleading desperately. I glanced down thinking what could be wrong. The flowers? Wait, these aren't zinnias. They're dahlias. Same orange petals, but they're totally different. More importantly, dahlias are part of the aster family. Thanks to quick action at the hospital, Mom stabilized, but I was still furious. I headed straight to Dorothy's miniature garden. Hey, Hikaru! I burst in yelling from the gut, startling both Hikaru and Aoi, who had just returned to the store.
Ray, what's going on?
Sorry, Aoi. I came here for him. What's your deal? You know this is harassment, right? You swapped out the zinnias in Mom's bouquet for dahlias, didn't you? At my words, Aoi gasps and starts shaking. Huh? Swap them? Why would I do that? Besides, Aoi made the bouquet. I just handed it over. There's no way Aoi would do that. My mom's allergic to asters. Because of you? Look, I get that you're upset, but assuming I did it on purpose, bit of a leap. Even Aoi makes mistakes when she's tired. If it was really that important, you should have double-checked. Damn it. He's right. As much as I hate to admit it, even he wouldn't go that far just to spite me. Heh. This'll mess things up between him and Aoi too. They've got no proof to pin it on me. And I didn't even know his mom had an aster allergy. Aoi once told me she hoped my mom could be proud of the man I was becoming. But emotionally, I guess I haven't grown much since second year of high school.
Wait! When I said that, you weren't there. You heard us that time. That's when Ray and I were talking about his mom's aster allergy.
That's... So it was you, Hikaru. Yikes. I was about to punch him, but Aoi grabbed my arm just in time.
Wait! You don't need to get your hands dirty.
Aoi, why are you siding with some hopeless loser with no future? I could give you experiences no flower shop paycheck ever could.
I don't need any of that. Besides, I already have something you'll never get in your life.
Aoi. I gently squeezed the hand Aoi's holding.
You're fired. Disappear and don't ever show your face to us again.
You'll regret this. Hikaru rips off his apron, spits a final threat, and runs off. Now, let me tell you what happened with Hikaru after that. His parents, both executives at a major company, contacted Aoi after he quit.
We thought a part-time job might help him grow out of his rotten attitude, but this is our fault. We'll make sure he makes amends.
The Shido family apologized quickly to Aoi, her mother, me, and my uncle. His parents disowned him and kicked him out of the house, cutting all support. Deep down, they probably still hoped he'd turn his life around. But as they say, parents don't always get through to their kids. Aoi, we can still start over. I told you to stay away from her. I'm serious. Hikaru kept stalking Aoi and was eventually arrested. I was so glad I was there when it happened.
Ray, that one goes a bit closer to the window, please.
Okay, how about this spot?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Ray, you're not using polite speech with Aoi anymore, huh?
Come on, Uncle. Now's not the time. A few days later, Aoi, my uncle, and I visited Mom's room together. I was helping decorate it under Aoi's guidance.
All right, let's begin. A private live performance for the one and only person dearest to Rei Sasane.
We all circled around to Mom's bed.
Oh, this is amazing. It's like we're back home, Hiroto.
Yeah, it really is, Kaori. Alright, Ray, let's hear it. The song Seiji wrote and you finally completed.
Yeah. I took the guitar from Uncle and started playing.
Check it out. This guitar is so damn cool, right? No way. You actually bought it? Well, you said I should write her a song for her birthday, didn't you? I was just saying that. Besides, you can't even read sheet music. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna make the greatest song ever. Just wait, Queen. Wait, Beatles. In the end, that song was never finished while he was alive.
The song was reaching its final verse. Clear tears streamed down from Mom's eyes, one after another. Mom, thank you for raising me all this time. And Dad, thank you for meeting Mom.
Seiji, your son turned out to be a truly amazing man. Much more reliable than you ever were. Haha, well, he's the pride of both Kaori and me.
You never change.
When I graduated college, Mom passed away into the starry sky. I kept working and playing music. On weekends, I'd rehearse and perform with my old high school band, or sometimes just sing alone after work like this.
That was a beautiful song.
Naoi!
Mind if I sit next to you?
Of course not.
What's the name of the song?
I haven't decided on a title yet. I've only finished the first part, so want to finish it together from now on?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's finish it together.
The score we started still doesn't have a name. But that's okay. I've got someone special beside me now, and I can finally express my feelings in my own words. So, I'll keep writing, together with the person beside me, the one I'll walk through life with.
Aw, that was such a sweet story. I'm sorry for the mispronunciation of flower species. I probably mispronounced them. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!